That works.
That'll work. Cool.
It's as good as I can get.
The sound like it's absorbed into the walls here.
It does. It's really cool.
All right. Welcome to the SGTV Conversations Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jake Hutchison. And as always with me, my lovely co-host, Luke Baker.
Hello, Jake.
And hey, what's up, buddy? And joined this week again by Andrea Esselman. Say hello to
What's
the
up? I got food in my mouth.
It's lunchtime here at the podcast hall. And this week, very special guest, the station manager of SGTV, Renée Cooper. Say hello
What's
to
up,
the
guys?
All right, so this week we have a very exciting show. We're gonna talk about discussion pieces instead of news. So fire it up, Luke. What you got, buddy?
Okay, so...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about this.
You should.
You should be.
That was...
Should be
Whoa. Both
You
answers.
got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, so, I got a question for you guys. What is a movie that you despise but everybody else seems to love?
Ooh.
All right, I'll go first. Anything Wes Anderson has ever made, ever. I do not get that guy. He is an acquired taste that I do not understand.
So for those who don't know who Wes Anderson is,
I know, I was gonna say, this is not
Okay.
my area of
Sorry.
expertise.
Wes Anderson. He did
Grand Budapest.
Moonrise Kingdom, which I actually kind of like. But
That one
Grand
was
Budapest-
adorable.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Didn't see that.
The Darjeeling Limited, The Life
Didn't see
Aquatic.
that.
That
Didn't see
guy.
that.
It's just I don't get his humor.
So I've only seen the good one. The, like, it was so quirky, it was so good.
Well, you might like them all. But, I mean, because Moonrise Kingdom I enjoy, but it has like a structure that is understandable by most people. It's like a 3-act, like this happens, rising action, then shit happens.
A rising action?
But like
Climax, declining action.
Everything else is all over the place. Like every one of his other movies, like story-wise, is kind of. But I don't get his humor. I don't know. I've never gotten into like dry humor. I don't understand.
I'm gonna go in a more typical direction here.
Hold up.
I'm going to say that every one of my girlfriends I've ever had is in love with the movie The Titanic, and I absolutely can't stand it.
really?
It's
Why?
terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's
What is
more-
terrible about
They
it?
made a tragedy into a love story, and honestly, he could have easily lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he could have lived,
Maybe
but like the whole first half is so cute and wonderful, and it's Leonardo
so
DiCaprio.
Make that like a separate movie, and then Titanic should. I think that movie would have been so good as a montage of like a bunch of different characters.
Yeah, it would. I agree.
But instead, it's like these two people who randomly meet, and it just
It's like Romeo and Juliet
never
on the Titanic.
I don't get love stories like that where it's just like the whole immediate. Nope, there's no rising action.
It just happens. Like,
Just climax.
The problem
Literally.
I have is, like, did they really need to give her a whole door to lay on? When Leo's like, I can't get on this door. He tried once. It's like, that's not a good way to try to live. He was more like, I'm going to be romantic and die for you. But I will say this. I went to see Titanic when it was in the theaters with my mother, and I was young. So that was a little uncomfortable.
That would be
Just a
long
little.
time. Yeah, how
Maybe
young were
like
you?
one
What
of
is
your
that, like
French
really
boys.
early 90s?
1999, I believe. 1998?
Oh.
90, I don't know.
I was
was
thinking,
3
I was
years
thinking it was
old.
before I was born.
1999, I was like,
Corey has come to join us.
Corey's here. Yay!
Woo,
Corey's here. Yay,
Corey!
Corey's here.
Welcome.
She has Witch too.
I already ate mine in the car.
Are you serious?
Dang, I
Well-
wish I had some witch.
Yeah, what the
Go
heck,
Witch
guys?
Witch.
Shout outs to witch. That's some stuff this stuff.
Why are we free plugging them? They don't even pay us.
Because they're that
Because
good.
of- yeah, no crap, right?
No one pays us.
And that.
We're in here for fun.
Hey,
Okay.
you chose to leave exec staff. That's not my problem.
Okay, I know. And I'm enjoying it.
Shots fired.
No, I totally get it.
Okay, so
Okay.
Titanic. I can see Titanic.
I love.
That's the point.
That was the perfect point to jump in on.
What are we talking
We're talking about how I hate Titanic.
The movie or just the whole thing?
The question is, like,
Well,
what is one movie?
No, I love that it happened. I love that all those. No, I
but
don't.
It's always like fascinating.
Yes, it's
me,
awful,
though.
but I hate the movie.
like I don't know.
We're
just,
talking about the movie.
Do you guys know what National History Day is? Okay.
Or there's National
It's like
History
the science
Day.
fair, but for history, and I did mine on the Titanic before I even saw the movie. Stop laughing. I don't know why, it's just always really fascinated me. But I didn't see the movie until, like, 10th grade. I really love it. Kate Winslet is a goddess, and Leonardo DiCaprio is gorgeous.
Jack. Don't
But
make
see,
me
those are the only two characters.
That's not the
On a
one.
whole boatload of people who die.
I'll never let
in
go,
the freezing
guys.
cold water.
No one
I
cares.
don't understand.
Y'all, I stepped in freezing cold water the other day. It is the most painful thing in the world.
I went
Like,
to the Titanic Museum when it came here,
I opened
for
a can of
Columbia.
worms.
and they have it's so cool, and they have they had this like ice block where you like put your hand in it, and it's supposed to be as cold as the water, and I could only keep my hand there for a few seconds. It's like freezing cold.
it hurts.
And I got like I don't know what's gonna care. I got like a blanket that's supposed to be a replica and like a lanyard, and it was, God, yeah.
So this devolved from a conversation about movies into she just.
All right, well, I'm going to
Oh.
contribute, and you guys are about to hate me, but have any of you guys... I'm sure you guys saw Birdman. I really did not like
I
that
didn't
movie.
see it.
Oh
I didn't
my
see it.
God.
I loved what they did with it, but the actual plot,
They decided to make Black Swan in theater.
I don't know.
That's what they did. I
saw
mean, they
Yeah.
literally were like, I feel like the people that wrote it were like, man, I love Black Swan. You know what? Let's throw in some comedy. Let's throw it in a theater. Let's get Michael Keaton and Ed Norton. Let's do this.
Basic.
And then
I don't
you
know.
go.
Yeah,
Not
that's...
never
just
saw
combinations.
it.
If you wanna
I
see
recommend it for, like, the cinematography.
I did
and
like Black Swan, though.
I did enjoy Black Swan.
I thought it was well
Black Swan
written,
was more weird.
but I personally did not get into it. And everyone's like, whoa, that was amazing. And I'm like,
Birdman?
oh.
Are we talking
Yeah,
about-
Birdman.
okay. I'm
Has
getting,
everyone
like,
said
they're all
their
mixed up.
favorite movies?
No,
Because
no, no.
can
We're
we
still
do
working.
that?
That's
Oh,
least
God,
favorite
I
movie
don't-
that
least
everyone
favorite
else
movie.
likes.
It's
Oh.
a movie
That
that you
movie
don't
that
like.
everybody likes.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
that-
be. It doesn't
Oh.
have to
that
be
you don't
like a superlative. It doesn't have to be like your worst or your
Oh.
favorite. Just like a movie that everyone else likes that you don't like.
Oh, I don't know if everyone else likes it, but I hated Prometheus. That movie sucked.
I didn't see I'm
there's
no
mixed
help with this
reviews.
conversation.
BT Dubs, if you want to hear my review of Birdman, check that out on SGTV.
Yeah, I totally
In
pulled that
lots
out
of
just for the
movies.
plug.
Boom. Plug. I
Plug
just plugged
party.
myself like a boss.
Plug us off.
Prometheus,
Yeah.
I
like
it's-
that.
A lot of people liked it. I don't know. I enjoy it. I
It was
didn't
awful.
hate it. I didn't love
The
it.
characters weren't developed. The plot didn't go anywhere.
Isn't it a horror movie?
No, it's a sci-fi movie.
Oh, just kidding.
And then like the weird.
I can't
alien
get into
man
sci-fi
came
very
in
much.
the
That
end.
is one thing. Just that whole genre.
What?
I really can't get into sci-fi.
I like Star
Watch
Wars.
Star Wars. What,
But that's about it.
Yeah,
I have
Star
not,
Wars.
and
You
I
haven't
feel
watched
like I
Star
wouldn't be
Wars?
able to get
I
into
love
it.
Star Wars. Ever since I was a little tot, I
A
loved
little
Star
tot.
Wars.
That was like my favorite thing to do growing up.
Wee little tot.
I haven't watched
I
Star
can't
Wars
get
in
into it. I never
years,
could really
though.
read sci-fi books. You know, I mean that's where it all starts is books. I know what I like from books. I read the one sci-fi book I really enjoyed from
You're on
beginning to.
SGTV, not SG novels team.
Well, we should have a novel. Let's have a book club. Can we start a book club?
I would join that.
I don't know if I have time for a book club. Let's start a book club. We can just like skim books and bring
We'll make a
alcohol.
book club
There are
show.
so many great movies that are
Yes,
based on
a
books.
book club show. Well,
Yeah.
there
Club show?
can't be alcohol in that because that'd be not
Sure there
appropriate.
can.
It'd be
Just say
appropriate for
it's apple
me.
juice.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah. Just pretend it's.
Oh yeah.
It's a podcast. We're not on camera, and we're not holding up our IDs on camera.
Well, I've grown bored with this conversation. What's the next question?
Oh, favorite movies.
Do you want to share your favorite movie, Corey?
Favorite
So,
movie?
it's
Yeah, Corey, we're so curious.
Good. Have you guys seen Cloud Atlas?
No, that was
so-
a terrible.
No.
Oh, Luke!
That's another
Sci-fi.
sci-fi. That was the one that
Oh.
raised a lot of religious controversy, correct?
I think
Drive is
so.
the most
I can see
polarizing
how
movie in
it
the
is.
history. Of
I
the
hate that movie because I got lied to. I was all excited. I thought it was going to be Need for Speed or some kind of types of movie, and then it was just Ryan Gosling being weird for an hour and a half. Like,
I've never even heard of this movie.
He would like.
It's
I
the
know.
most polarizing movie
I
ever.
I feel like I haven't seen enough movies to make a valid opinion.
I think I
You
just
either
picked
love
up your
it or you
soda.
hate it. There's no
Oh,
in
did you get
between.
Dr.
Michael had an
Pepper?
argument last time.
Oh.
He said, "Well,
Neither did I.
Michael always has an argument.
Blah, blah, blah.
I got
But,
root
like,
beer.
He would sit
You-
there.
Yeah, that
Blah,
was his
blah,
argument.
blah,
Yeah.
blah,
No,
blah.
yours has ice.
He
Mine
would
doesn't.
sit there
That's
and
diet.
basically make it like he would say like this is what like this girl would talk to him for like 10 minutes and he would go yeah. That's all he would say was yeah.
But hey, that was a genius
No,
performance. If you ask anyone else.
I mean, I could have done that. I could have stared blankly at somebody and go yeah.
I did that to a girl in class the other day. She was talking about Drive and how great Ryan Gosling was in it. So I literally stared at her for 2 minutes, and she started getting creeped out. But it is what it is. But she's a friend, so.
I don't think she got it.
Who her?
Yeah.
Oh, she got it.
Okay.
She was like, "You're being an idiot."
Bless you.
Bless you, Corey.
Thank
We
you.
love you.
Thanks.
Okay, so Corey's favorite movie is Cloud Atlas.
And Moonrise Kingdom. That one's really good too.
We just talked about that.
Oh yeah, you missed that.
Do you hate everything I love, Luke?
No,
Yeah.
Jake was saying that he hates all Wes Anderson films.
What?
But he likes Moonrise Kingdom, alright.
Moonrise Kingdom is
so
the best Wes
good.
Anderson film, but I don't like anything.
I gave it to
don't like
Andrea
anything
to
else
watch.
It's still sitting on my desk.
And Cloud Atlas.
And Cloud Atlas.
Stuck
She
again.
hasn't done her
I know.
homework.
I can't talk.
Do you
So
have a
bad.
favorite? You have a favorite movie, Jake?
Do I have a favorite movie?
I don't have one. I picked my favorite movie of the year, and that's it. Because I see so many movies that I can't
I
like.
see everything.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
I'm
Like I
struggling
haven't
with
seen
my food.
enough, so I can't validly make an opinion.
I mean, anyone can make an opinion of their favorite movie.
Of the ones I've seen though, but I feel like it's not all.
One that you
it's
really
not,
like,
Yeah.
that you enjoy.
It sticks with you.
It
One
sticks
that
with
I
you.
watch a lot is Good Will Hunting.
Never seen
Phenomenal
it.
film. I love
No.
Good Will
I
I'm
watched
so
that
uncultured.
a lot,
Me too.
and I
What,
love
Good Will
it.
Hunting?
I've never seen it.
Fantastic
I
film.
started it, but
It's fantastic. In fact,
I bought it for like, cause I hadn't owned it, and I bought it for like $5 at Target the
it's
other
so
day. It was
good.
awesome.
It's so
Oh.
good. Such
It's
a good
one.
film.
Is it one of
what
those
what award
underground
did it win?
It
movies?
won Best Original Screenplay.
Speaking of buying
Written by
movies,
Matt
just so
Damon.
that anyone who happens to
Ben
listen
Affleck,
this
yeah.
far into the podcast gets this far, or I don't know, but like you can rent movies for free from the library. There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them there. I recommend it.
I do
It's
it all the
amazing.
time.
You don't have to buy it. You just rent. You don't even have to pay for it. It's
No,
great.
as a film major, I do that all the time.
Mhm.
They have a screening room there too. that you can
That's
watch
cool.
it.
It's wonderful.
I never go to the library, so
Uh-huh.
I get to know.
Well, I have
Birthday
to go.
party
Be a
there.
purpose to use the
My
library.
favorite
Really?
movie of all time,
Oh.
actually. So I'm a film and studies major, which means there's lots of research involved. But
Movies and research.
Wait, but I want to hear favorite movies from you.
my favorite movie of all time is Pulp Fiction.
Mm.
Not seen that one either.
I bought that the other day because I keep meaning to watch it, but I haven't been in the mindset where I can like sit down and watch it without any distractions on my mind.
I know what you
Because
mean.
you have to. I've been told you have to, but I did buy it. I thought you would be proud.
Aw.
I bought it,
I love
but
it.
I need to actually,
And
watch it.
I don't love
Maybe
it.
I'll do that tonight.
I don't love it because it's my favorite movie to sit down and watch. I love it because of without that movie, I wouldn't be here as like trying to be a filmmaker.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
that's the movie that made me rethink my way of looking at movies because I always went to the movies growing up. That was like our family thing, and I saw
That's
Pulp
cute.
Fiction when I was like 18, and it
That's
just
cute.
like changed my life.
My mom thought it was too much of an expense.
Oh.
Because my mom's one of those that like has to have the whole thing of popcorn to herself so it ends up being like a double expense for her.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
I grew up in a little like the town I grew up in, Union, South Carolina. Shouts out
She's
to
like
the
me.
U
She's a
town.
bottomless pit.
But we went
Whatever.
to the theater there was always run by teenagers. Like all the teenagers were always there, and it was a private theater, so it wasn't owned by like one of the big like.
Oh, that's
corporations.
cool.
Independent theater.
Yes, independent.
There
theater.
you go.
So
I need one of those.
my mom's a high school teacher, and was very beloved in my hometown. And basically, we would go to the movies, and they would pay her to go to the movies.
What?
Like she would go.
There is
go
a
for
lot to
free.
be said about small town life
Yeah,
and like
sure.
the
I
knowing
love it.
everyone, like
Yeah.
knowing just genuinely knowing everyone you're working with, and you never get ripped off, and like
Like,
not that I
Well,
personally know.
Not that
clearly,
you don't
but-
ever, but
we
I-
would go.
No, but like I don't know. I guess I can't speak about it because I don't know.
But
But
Are we all from small towns? But you're from Charleston.
No,
right?
I'm not from a small
But
town.
we are. You're Roanoke. I don't know where you're
Union.
from. Union. Aiken.
well, I grew up in an even smaller town in California called Ukiah, and it was one of those things where all the women know everyone else's business, and if anyone does anything, it is the gossip
Oh,
of
I
the
didn't think
town.
about that side.
There's
That's
that
like
kind of small
so
town,
many
yeah.
divorces came out of that town because of like
Everything
women
around.
talking.
I could tell y'all some stories about my hometown
Mhm.
that would make y'all disgusted.
It makes you just like lose all faith in humanity.
Yes.
You know,
But-
Oh,
that's-
don't do
that's
that.
funny, Jake, because like I literally had the same similar one how I got into because I was a lonely kid, so I would go to the movies
I
movies
was
with my
alone
dad
at
every
first.
Friday
Oh
night.
yeah,
And,
going back to the movies.
Like we'd always see like you know how like
Forgot
in
we were talking
January and
about that.
February none of them would come out,
Mhm.
so I would like
Crap
see all
season.
like the Liam Neeson movies that come out.
Oh, Liam
Awesome.
Neeson.
Shout out to Liam Neeson.
Shout out to Liam Neeson.
But it was funny because like
Crappy movie selection.
I would always go to this movie theater, and I just walked in one time and was like, well, actually, it was a friend that worked for a month, but then she quit to do something, but I was like, hey, can I work here? And they're like, sure. Well, they didn't say that, man.
Good story.
Yeah, sure.
That was so
All
good.
It was
took a
so in
job.
depth. It was really enthralling, my friend.
But yeah, it's a cool place. I still work there now. Shout out to Carmike.
Yay!
I
I
love
worked
the
at a movie theater for
movies.
5 years.
Hopefully-
too, so
just like the experience.
That would be a
of
fun
going to
job.
the movies is great.
Your
Awesome
big old
people
plush chairs and your surround sound.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, I went to the nicest movie theater over Christmas break. I sent you pictures of it, and they had like Lazy Boy leather recliners.
Ugh.
What in
and-
the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
like,
have one in Charlotte like that.
What?
yeah, but just the experience.
I've never
of going
heard
to
of
the
anything like
movies,
this.
I
The ones
love
at
it.
Charleston, you can't even put the arms up and down.
They have a really nice theater.
It's like
in
a
Charlotte.
makeout barrier for the high schoolers.
You know what? That's important.
It is. It's nice. When I go to the movies, I'm not dealing with that, like, right in front of me or behind me.
That is so annoying.
Yeah, that wouldn't have stopped me in high school.
Actually,
Your boy will take something Japanese.
I didn't say it was different when I was in high school. I'm just saying now I'm not, and I don't do
Get a
that.
little
from
play.
working in a movie theater, there's been many chances where I've almost caught people. It's like awkward when you're walking to the
Oh,
theater,
super awkward.
and then like you just see just like two people sitting up there. And it's like, yeah, I know. We just like
We get it. We
What's
get it.
going on? I was in high school too once. But
Like,
I-
at least have the decency to sit in the back, so I don't.
They were sitting in the back, but like it
It's
was
like
after
a
the
row of
movie,
them.
movie was done.
Oh,
the
you're
lights
talking about
were
like
on,
walking
and
out.
like we had this like awkward.
They
like,
just
we
weren't
looked at
stopping.
it,
They were
and I
into
was
it,
like,
dog.
and they immediately got up and like
They were into it, man. They were into
They
it.
didn't even know the movie was over.
They were into it.
There's a secret room in my hometown movie theater. Yeah,
Ooh.
shout out to Rock Hill. If you go to,
Rock Hill?
yeah,
Really? I lived there for like 5 years.
oh,
Connection.
you know
Oh.
the one in like Manchester, the Manchester Cinema movie theater. If you walk into the main like snack area and you go to the theaters to the left, and then you go to the boys' bathroom, there's like this like cabinet.
Why would you do
How do
that?
you know
Why did you
about
do that
this?
the first time?
Corey, what were
It
you
was
doing
probably
in the
like a-
boys'
Guys,
bathroom?
do you want to hear about the secret room or not?
Maybe. Now I'm skeptical.
You go into the boys' bathroom and you open up the cabinet, and then there's like a hole in the
Dude,
ceiling
what?
of the cabinet, and
you
then you like
serious?
poke your head up there, and there's like this whole little room. I've never actually seen it, but
Oh.
I saw someone like go up in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you haven't seen it, Corey.
So what have you done up in there?
Stop, guys.
Stop.
I've
Oh
never
my
actually
God.
seen it.
Okay.
Corey's red as crap.
Oh my God.
Shout outs to red faces. Fired up.
Shout out to Rose Big Shot.
Fired up. What's next,
So,
Luke?
what has been some of the dumbest rules you've had in school? Like just
Dumbest
silly
rules in
that you were, like,
schools.
I got it. I got this. I got one.
Oh,
elementary through
Jake's
high
ready.
school.
I got one. I got one to
Yeah.
fire up. So when I was a junior in high school, we got a new principal. And for those of you who don't know Union is a very small town.
He doesn't.
If you've heard what I sounded like when I moved out of Union, I fit into the redneck. I used to sound like this. I used to talk like this right here all the time. I was a good old boy.
Oh my God.
I don't think you're
It
a
was
good
bad.
old boy.
When I moved to Camp Mill, it changed everything. So yeah, it was bad. But, so we had a new principal come in, and she was like, "New rule: every guy has to tuck his shirt in all the time at school,
All
and that
right.
includes hoodies."
What?
She wanted us to tuck,
That's
if
weird.
whatever you were wearing, you had to tuck it in for
So
the
you'd be like
guys.
tucking your pockets in
Yeah.
to your That's so weird.
It was-
Ew, it'd like bunch up.
For a full day of school, it was anarchy. Every teacher was like, you have to tuck your shirt in, and all the kids were like, no. So if you didn't tuck your shirt in, they sent you to ISS. The entire gym was filled with people. It was nuts. Nobody was in class. Everybody was like, I ain't doing it. It was anarchy.
You know, it's-
It was
awesome.
civil disobedience.
It
That's
was
actually
crazy.
pretty crazy because if you think about it, rules are out there, but if no one follows it, you can't really do anything about
So-
it. Isn't that
That's why
crazy?
you don't implement pointless rules.
Well, the
Exactly.
greatest thing in the world happened the second day. The greatest thing ever. The day after that, literally, the gym was filled. It was awesome. It was like a party in the. It was pretty much a party without the alcohol in the gym. It was amazing. They could not
Suspension.
keep us calm.
It's
So,
like Breakfast Club, man.
it was-
with
it was-
the
Yeah.
whole school.
With the whole
Yeah, it
school.
was Breakfast Club with the whole school. It was amazing. So the next day, the principal comes over the intercom and
That's
goes,
an idea for a short
"The
film.
tuck in the shirt rule was more of a suggestion than a rule."
No.
Literally, everyone in the entire school started cheering.
She was new. That means
First,
like,
like, week.
so she completely undermined herself within the
First
first week.
week.
No one respected her after that.
Nope.
That sucked. She
was
ruined
It
it.
was amazing. It
Oh
was
God,
awesome.
she ruined
It
any
was
credibility.
Kind of amazing. It was It was just crazy to see like an entire school
Just, like-
all say screw that.
Yeah.
I'm out. And
Wow.
I had on a
Because
hoodie
that's just
that
the
day.
silliest thing.
Yeah, I had on a hoodie that day, I think, and I was like, I'm not tucking this in. Like, I'm not doing
Like,
it.
I'll lift it up, I'll show you my shirt's tucked in
Yeah.
underneath.
My
Like,
mom
that's
was-
not that
My
ridiculous.
mom was a
But
teacher, and she didn't even get mad at me. She was like, I was
you'll
like,
look stupid,
she
son.
was like, yeah. She was like, where have you been? I was like, I was in the gym. She was like, oh, you didn't
Oh,
tuck
that's
your
where all
shirt
my
in?"
students were.
She was like, I'm really excited. Nobody in my classes either. It was nuts. It was kind of
Wow.
amazing. But yeah.
Well, that makes every
So your
story
mom tried to
pale in
enforce it,
comparison.
yeah.
I mean,
That was school rule.
I don't have anything better than that, but it was more of like
Shout
the
out to
person
Awesome.
that was
That is pretty dumb.
I was very like, I had this middle school like assistant principal, and he had a stopwatch, and he raved over it. So he'd be like on the intercom, he's like, it is 8:42 and 37 seconds. 37 seconds. Now we have time for the flag, and he would like time us on different things.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Oh, gosh.
it got scary, like to the point where
That's
it's
like a tick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like
yeah,
a...
it's like,
yeah.
something you...
That's, one of
It's
those,
like
that's
he-
one of those people that needs to twist the doorknob 3 times before he can open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he is.
That's one of those guys.
Not
like-
to make fun of that, because that's a really awful thing to have to live with.
Yeah.
Yes, but.
I mean, he had like a stopwatch around his neck the entire day. Like, you know how you had like 5 minutes between classes?
So was he one of those people that just wasn't cool when he was in high
No,
school?
he was an awesome guy, but he just had that one weird thing.
Oh, okay.
Where it
Really
was
weird.
like, what?
Well,
that doesn't make any sense.
can't say I don't know people like that. So, you know, you gotta just work with it.
Oh,
Ladies,
yeah,
y'all
that's
got
my
something?
grandfather written all over that. Shout out. Hope he's not
Dumb
watching,
rules.
listening, whatever.
Anybody
You know
have
how to
any
work the
dumb rules?
YouTubes?
Well, in high
Probably
school, I
not.
always got in trouble for dress code, but then my senior year, not because I dressed bad, but because I have really long legs and long arms, so when I would put my hands down to do the finger roll, my fingers would like be at like my knees, and so of course,
And
got
they don't make
monkey
shorts
arms.
like
Yeah,
that.
monkey arms.
and then like my senior year, they banned yoga pants and Nike shorts.
Nike, sure.
And then I
Wow.
think there was a rumor going around once my junior year
That
that
wasn't a thing in high
the
school.
principal banned camo because it's racist, and so it was the stupidest.
Racist?
It was the stupidest rumor. So the next day, everybody
is
dressed up in
uneducated.
camo, and like including the principal, and he was like, "Yeah, I never said that." But
My
Well,
school
okay.
was super liberal, so it's just like, I don't know, we could wear whatever. We could come to school in pajamas. We could like dress up super
Really?
tacky. It was super diverse and super open. And like you had to, like, if you told someone they couldn't be wearing something, you weren't open-minded. You know, basically.
That sounds
Which was
nice.
super awesome.
Well, that's what happens when you go to smart people's school.
Yep.
Well, actually, it was an art school.
Well,
I mean,
smart
it's
people art
both.
school.
It's both. But like,
Smart people art school.
yeah. But you know, you have to be super open-minded.
When
So
I was
it
in
was
middle
really
s-
awesome. And it's in Charleston, South Carolina.
I keep
I'm just gonna.
starting-
I know it's kind of fun. Like every time you start, I say one more thing.
So, when I was in middle school.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
that was a good clip.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
And we're back. We are recording this in the WUSC, one of their rooms, and they needed some equipment in here, so we had to abruptly cut people off. But apparently,
Yeah.
yeah, well, we didn't give any warning.
Speaking of abruptly cutting off.
Andrea has been trying to say something for a good 5 minutes now, so we're gonna let her do that. Fire it up. What do you got?
Well, I just feel like my story's not going to be cool anymore. But basically, when I was in middle school, we had, I guess we had too much PDA going on, so we had a no hugging rule for about 2 weeks, and everyone walked.
That is
Everyone
funny.
walked around shaking hands for like the rest of
Oh,
the school
that's so
year.
awkward. Just
Yeah,
don't do anything.
I
Just like at least like fist bump something like that.
And
Doesn't
like,
work.
if anyone who knows me knows I really like to give hugs, and that has not changed my entire life. Like in 8th grade, I was a hugger, and I am still a hugger, and so I would always go for the hug, and then I would end up with like a double handshake, because I was like,
Oh,
right. Like I would even hug my teachers, and then they'd be like, wait, nope, that's the rule, we got it, nope. So that was 8th grade was
So
ridiculous.
anyone listening to this podcast, including Corey's mom, if you would like a hug, walk up to Andrea. She's a hugger.
Oh, she's like
My
the
mom
free
loves
person.
Andrea.
I hope so. Hi, Mom.
Now, I gotta get to one more thing.
Okay,
I'm
fire
just
it up.
curious to hear everything.
Oh no.
What has been the
Jake almost fell over.
For those of you listening, I'm standing because I have ADHD really bad, and I just rolled my ankle standing. It's a little embarrassing.
That's
I almost
why you
fell.
don't stand still.
It hurt a little bit. All right, fire it up, Luke.
So, what has been the loneliest thing you've ever done?
Loneliest?
Yeah.
Wow.
Loveliest.
The biggest smile on your face.
Loneliest. Good lord.
Oh my god.
That's a
This is
toughie.
sad. Can it be like a lonely activity that
Yes.
you do commonly? Okay.
A lonely.
Lonely
Or
activity.
just something like where it's kind of funny, like it's kind of sad how lonely.
Okay,
you
so
get.
like this is what I
This is
do.
about to get really sad.
For those of you, I like to go to the movies a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I see everything. So it's hard to have a group of friends that wants to see everything I want to see. So I go to the movies by myself a lot, and that's pretty much it. It's nothing. It's just I enjoy it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't find it lonely. But every time I say that to somebody, people are like,
Oh.
People do it. Yeah.
I know,
I'm sure that's the exact reaction.
I want to be with you. And I'm like, well, it's not that. It's just I'm
You
good.
just get over it. Because I see every movie too, and I guess because I work there, so I just roll in.
We've
every time
already
I wanna
established that you're lonely.
I mean, you just have to have a group of Yeah.
I was a lonely person. My only friend was my dad.
Oh my gosh.
It's adorable.
My best friend's my mom. That's cool.
Yeah.
Parents.
I was gonna say
Cool.
the same, but I do have other
Let's
friends.
see.
I'm trying to
Last
think.
year for spring break, I didn't have any plans at all.
Oh, that
And-
sounds nice.
I just
I
told my
like
boss
being
I would
lost.
work, and then like the only day that I wasn't scheduled to work was Wednesday, and I had to get out of Columbia, but I didn't have anyone to go with me, so I went to Charleston by myself for a day, and it was really nice. But I was sitting there on the beach, writing in my journal, and this big man just runs up to me and goes selfie, and like
Oh
takes
my
a picture with me, and runs away before I could even say anything. So it was really weird, and I've never told that to anyone. So
Oh, he ran away before
Now you're
you-
telling the world.
Yeah,
he,
for real.
He ran away before you could say, please spend time with me.
shout out to my friend out there.
Shout out.
Aw.
Never
I'm
got
a
your
friend in
name.
Charleston. Well, not. Well, I probably
You're
wasn't
not in
there at that
Charleston
time.
Right now. We're in
No.
Columbia, South Carolina.
I know, but I would've gone with
So
you.
that was
But I
really
wasn't here.
lonely.
I didn't really know you that well then, Corey.
I feel like I've had a lot of lonely times, but I can't think of any.
It's like
Like,
your
I've had a
face.
lot of lonely times.
I've had a lot of like if you guys ever read my journals, please don't. But if you do, like the only time I the
Yeah,
only
that's
time
not-
I write in my journals when I'm lonely, and I have like 15 journals at home.
Oh,
So-
you're lonely a lot.
Yeah.
I don't
When
know.
I'm at home, I
I
am.
try to do a journal, but like every time I write, it just gets sad and depressing.
Well, exactly. Like, if anyone was to read my journals, they
artist's
would think I was the
dilemma.
most depressed little kid ever. But like, I'm not. I just
No.
that the only time I write is
Clearly.
when I'm sad.
That was your vent.
Exactly.
Well, that's where the best.
There are like so many
comes from.
times where I'm like, why doesn't anyone love me? Why don't I have any friends?
Oh,
I'm never gonna
gosh.
find love in life.
I don't think I want to read this journal
This is
at all.
like a 14-year-old writing.
Oh God.
Melodramatic. like kind of thing.
Yeah, seriously though.
14-year-olds
Melodramatic?
All 14-year-olds are melodramatic.
Yeah, I like to think I wasn't as bad as most.
Yeah, I agree. I can see that.
Thank you.
You seem like a very happy person.
Thanks.
You live a very full life.
Aww. That touched my heart.
Heartstrings pulled.
Yes. That would
What you got?
Okay.
Well, I like to spend at least one day/night, like a weekend, when I finally have free time. I don't have to be around, because I'm around people all the time, whether I want to be or not, and I kind of need to, like, I like alone time. And I like to spend it catching up on drawing or writing or reading and playing music. But yeah, I've actually... My mom thinks I'm a loser. She would tell my friends, like my freshman year, she was like, make sure Renee goes out this weekend, like go get drunk or something.
Alone time's nice.
It is, and I was like, Mom, I'm not a loser. I mean, maybe, but I'm a happy loser. It's okay.
It's good for everybody to have a thing they do.
Yeah, it's not like I'm sitting there depressed, like rocking back and forth. I'm like drawing and being productive.
You're not in the corner in the fetal position crying. Like you're
Oh my
I could be in a
gosh.
corner in a fetal position drawing. Probably not crying.
Yeah, crying makes it. Well, if your art is that moving, that's making you cry. That's what.
That'd be weird if I
That's
cried
when
over my own art.
That's when you know you've created art.
Yeah.
Well, let me try to
Questions for after the podcast.
Man, that's a post-podcast discussion. Yo, we're all gonna miss it.
I guess sometimes
Conversation we're not gonna have.
I like occasionally, like I'm on a Friday night, I don't do anything. I like to go out to eat by myself. I just like, just kind of chill or everything. And then like, so this one waitress came up to me.
Oh.
She was like, oh, so how many for tables? I was like, oh, just one. He's like,
No.
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Oh, that's a terrible thing to say.
What a horrible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He says, oh, bless your heart.
God.
That's not. It's like,
God.
no, I
That's
wanted to
when
be
you know you're in
alone.
the
I
South,
deal with
when
people
someone
all
says, "Oh,
day.
bless your heart." That's when you know you're in the South.
Say that too much.
And then like just leave on the weekends where I just like play video games. Friday, it's like, my parents like, why don't you go out and play, do something with your friends? And I'm like, I am with friends.
I am with friends.
Virtual friends. Oh my
I
god.
always feel so bad whenever I wait on people who are like by themselves.
Got a
I
question.
don't know. Sometimes I'm afraid to like wait those tables.
I
Because
hate one times.
they need you for conversation. You're like,
Yeah.
I have 7, 8 other tables. Like I gotta, like I would love to entertain you, and especially if it's gonna bring my tip up. But like
Yeah.
these people are gonna hate me, and their
Yeah.
kids are spilling drinks, and like,
Yeah.
I gotta
They're
run.
throwing pizzas across the restaurant.
Yes.
Fellow waitresses here is what? There was another tying question. What is the worst date you've ever waited on?
Oh.
I
Oh,
work
so
at
many
a sports bar and grill, so
Okay.
there's not
So
really.
many-
It's
I can answer that
if
one.
it's
Like
not. They're
worst,
not
like,
really
customer.
dates. It's like,
Oh,
they're
oh,
clearly
okay.
trying to get each other home together.
Corey's like ready.
Like, 'cause it's like a
yeah,
bar.
She's ready to go.
I'll ask your worst customer.
So I work in 5 Points, and we get a lot of weird people in there. And so
Shout out to not
worst
saying where you work.
worst date that I've ever experienced, like that I've ever had to wait on. I felt so bad for this one guy because his girlfriend was just grilling him, and there was nothing he could say to like make it better.
And he was
just
out.
like,
He took her out to dinner.
yeah.
And
And it was
that's
just
so
it was so
awful.
bad. And she was just like, and I don't think you're to do it. And this was like right when I started working there, like back in like 2013. I just felt so bad for him, and nothing he could say was right. And it was just, he was so embarrassed because like people could hear, and she was
Yeah.
just being a you know what.
About what?
I don't know. I was trying not to listen.
Right,
but
of
I mean,
course.
Ladies, give your man a chance. We're not perfect. We try really hard, though, or at least some of us do.
It goes both ways.
Exactly.
I've been grilled before, so
Yeah.
it goes both ways.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm pretty
always-
easygoing,
Someone
so
gets in a
I always-
grumpy
I
mood.
feel like I'm on the opposite side of the table.
I'm always getting grilled.
As far as like really bad customers, there's not like one single experience I have in mind, but like it's just customers, like you can tell they're gonna be bad when they just don't listen to you. It's like, hi, how are you doing? Diet Coke.
Oh my god, that's the worst. That is
Okay.
yes.
And then like when they order beer, I'm not 21,
I love
and even
talking
if
to
I
other
was,
waitresses.
I know it's like a bonding.
Oh
thing.
my gosh,
But
it's such a bond.
I don't make
Food
the
and bev.
alcoholic drinks. They come from the bar, and so when they order beer, I put it into the computer, and I
you
can't
have
control
to
when it-
wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was like, here's your water, and as soon as the beer comes up, I'll have it out for you. And the guy looks up and he goes, "Where's the beer?"
Oh my gosh.
Or I'll be like,
said
"Do you want your soup before your meal or
But
with
you
your
just
meal?"
have to smile. The customer
Yeah.
is always
And they say,
happy.
"Do you want your soup before your meal or with your meal?" And they go, "Yes." And with hot sauce.
One thing
Okay.
that my manager always said that was really good though is like, you know how the motto is like the customer is always right?
Yeah.
Well, he changed it. He was like, well, the customer is not always right. You don't have to believe that, but the customer is always happy.
Yeah.
So that
definitely.
made me
It's
that
like-
changed it around a little bit.
I say like, "Hi, my name's Coco," because I go by Coco at work, and I'll be taking care of you. But it's like in my
really
head, I'm
cute.
saying, "Hi, my name's Coco, and I'll be your little for the next hour and a half." Can we edit that out?
We can
What do you got next on the docket, my friend?
Okay. What do you have an irrational hatred for?
Oh! Oh my gosh. I think I mentioned this last time I was in here, actually.
You notice how the hatred came up and all the ladies were like, "Oh!"
I was not doing that. I was like, I can't think of something.
I should change it to what grinds your gears.
What grinds your gears?
What
Right.
irrational hatred do you have? Fire it up, Andrew. What you got?
Okay. I feel so bad about this because it's really nothing annoying, and I have no reason to hate this.
All
but I
right, enough
complain about it.
disclaimers. That's why it's irrational.
It is completely irrational. My boyfriend, I love him so much. Hayden, if you're listening to this, you're great. But geez, stop meowing. And you guys know this. You guys know he meows. And it's like, what
You need to
are you
explain
doing?
this to people.
Okay, so
Can you imitate
I don't,
it? Give
I
us an
can't even.
example. Do it.
I am not
Meow
going
for
to. I
us.
refuse to meow.
We need to bring
No.
Hayden in.
Like- and he's like, he's in love with my cat and his cat and cats in general, even though he's in denial about cats. He just.
like meow to it, or like
Yes, he'll be singing, but he'll be meowing. He'll purr at me. He'll rub his head against me like a cat.
I'm pretty sure he wants to be a cat.
I think he
He's
does.
a
And then I'm like,
cat.
wow, you really like cats. He's like, no, cats are dumb. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you just don't even know. Go for it.
You told me a story.
Wait,
Andrea
what?
was telling me one time she said that Hayden's roommate was like in the kitchen and he heard just this out like Hayden was by himself in his room and he just goes meow like to himself and Sam goes in there and is like, "Are you alright?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like he doesn't even know he's doing it. It's just that's all I have to say.
Oh,
my
that's so
gosh.
strange.
I'm sorry. This is just bashing on Boyfriend Day. He's really a great guy. But man, that meowing.
We don't get. You don't have to defend that to us. It's not like we don't know him.
We all know him pretty well.
Anyone who listens who doesn't know him.
That's true. What you got? Corey,
I
you
could
got
vent
excited.
all
What
day
you
about
got?
that.
What you hate?
Oh, pet peeves?
I think she just
Or
knew what was
irrational
coming.
hate.
I just knew what was
Irrational
coming.
hatred
That's why I got
grinds your
really
gears,
excited. I
whatever.
knew what
Whatever.
Andrea was
Knew what
about
was
to
coming.
say. Yeah, I have pet peeves, but none that's like out of the usual pet peeves. I feel like I can't like one thing that's I just can't stand to like hear people eat when I'm not eating.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But I feel like that's not unusual.
Yeah, me either. Andrea.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was
that
definitely
doesn't
doing
bother
that. For
She
the
was
whole
definitely
time.
like chewing into.
It really does not affect me.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't bother
Okay.
me.
Okay. I'll fire mine up.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I hate that man.
How did I know? It's gonna be like
hate
actor
Jake
related.
Gyllenhaal. I don't know what it is. I think
Huh.
I can't figure it out. I know he's unsettling on screen, but most of the time he plays a character that's supposed to be. It might be that he has the same name as me. And I want to be a famous Jake one day.
There's gonna be a few others.
And it's like I don't know what it is. It's just I don't even know.
It's because
Every
I
time
want to
see
be a
him on
famous
screen-
Jake.
Every time I've seen him on screen, I'm just like, oh god, like I never saw the source code.
Bad rap for Jakes everywhere.
Yeah, I heard the source code was really good. Never saw it.
I
'cause
think
Jake
I
Gyllenhaal's
saw
in it.
that, but I can't remember which one that is.
It's the train going back in time movie.
Oh, that was okay.
I'm fighting going to see Nightcrawler right now. 'cause it's
You
just
need to
like-
see it. It's
Everyone's
really good.
telling me I need to see it. It's just.
Top 4 movie for me.
But yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't know why. I mean, that's why it's an irrational hatred. I have no idea why I hate him so much.
There you go.
So, Luke, what's one of your pet
I
peeves?
have a lot. I
Really?
don't like it when people like in class they just do their little sniffles. Just
Oh.
like,
It's infectious. One person does it, and then they all do it. And like when you're in like a lecture hall and it's like all around you, it doesn't bother me. It just kind of freaks me out.
Yes.
Like that.
Something else. I hate it when.
They can't hear you, Luke.
Yeah, talking to the mic, sir. You run a
I don't know
podcast.
though. I
You should
really
know
I
about
can't think of
microphones.
something I really like.
It's because you're so easy going.
Hate is such like a strong
Just
word.
grind your ears.
Nothing really gets me. I just don't let people get to me.
I
Or
hate that-
anything.
I hate
What
when
else?
people use iPads for cameras. That really
Oh
makes
my
me
God.
mad. It just
And they
looks
hold
like-
it really far up, and they're
You
like,
people are
touch,
sensitive.
touch, touch.
It bothers me.
I was looking up, because I just got a new phone and I was doing research on them, and they were talking about, like, I watched a couple, like, reviews on YouTube, and one of them was, like, this camera is really good on this phone, but this right here, if you ever want to do some serious smartphone photography, this is the camera.
serious
This is the phone for you.
Smartphone
I was
photography.
like, what the heck does that mean? Serious smartphone photography?
No.
I always hate too. I don't know. This might be where my area is from, but the license plate that tells how many kids you have. I hate
Oh.
those. One of them is like lucky 4 times. I hate those.
You want to know which one I saw?
Our 2 sons. I don't give a shit if you're our 2 sons.
Oh my god, my mic's about to get knocked over.
I want to see his face.
You know what I saw? You know how they are you talking about like where they have the pic like the stickers on the
family
back of their car of
Well,
the families?
those too, but like, you know how you can have custom license plates and like they'll get all creative, like I
4
don't-
angels.
Yeah, or my most stupid one was lucky 4 times. Or R2 sons.
Only 4
like,
He
times?
got
Yeah.
like 4 times.
I know. It's just like I don't
That's a
care how
single
many
guy.
children you have. Thank you for letting me know when I'm driving behind you.
By the way, I saw the
Yeah,
the
how
weirdest
dare you.
license plate.
Slow people
I saw the
too.
weirdest license plate the other day. It just said Clemson, and I was like, that guy must have been at like the front of the line.
Yeah.
This is the state of South Carolina. You can't multiply.
Yeah, that
the
would have been
same-
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, how did he pull that off? That was, I just found that interesting. Sorry.
I think
So-
the best one I ever saw, it said stupid plate on it because it was
That's right.
PL8 for the plate one. I thought that was really creative and funny.
So Renee and Corey don't hate it. Corey hates sniffles. No, what do you?
That's Luke.
Luke hates sniffles. You hate it. I can't remember.
Like people chewing when I chew.
Oh,
There's
chewing.
other
Eating
there's
when
other
she-
ones, but it's not like
Chewing,
anything
Luke
really
hates
weird.
everything. Renee loves everybody. Andrea is just annoyed by her boyfriend's cat behavior. And I, for some reason, don't like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
I also get very annoyed when I'm driving and I feel like I'm speeding as much as anyone else should be speeding, but then someone decides to get on my tail and go around me and cut in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I hope a cop pulls you over, and I hope he beats you in the face, and I hope you...
Oh.
Okay, not really, but...
people are in general are such angry drivers. That is one thing I
Yes.
do not get. Like I'm totally chill about it. If I'm running late, it's my own fault. You know, whatever. Just it's
You're
just
such a
I enjoy
hippie.
it.
Natural chill
The
pill.
ultimate hippie.
I have a natural
Just
chill
loves
pill.
everyone,
I could be
man.
such a space cadet. Like
Just loves everything.
naturally.
I wish I loved everything. I wish I liked anything as much as Renee likes everything.
It's like my mom. My mom's hippie. Her profile picture is of a mushroom. Like I'm not even joking.
Huh.
Segue
I
to
wonder
the
what
next
she's trying to
question.
communicate here.
Oh. Who wants to say something?
What stereotype do you guys help reinforce?
Oh God, that's very. We've already established mine.
All right,
Renee,
hippie.
being happy. Gotcha.
I feel like you guys we should answer this for everyone else because...
Okay. What stereotype do I reinforce, guys? No stereotypes.
I don't, yeah, like, oh, do you have an idea, Luke?
The loud person.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely that.
That guy.
Yeah, it's you're the that guy.
I'm
That
the
guy.
guy. I am the guy that when I walk into a ring, people know I'm there.
Yeah,
And-
It's never a
They hear you
mystery.
down from the
Yeah.
Like
hall.
you're doing something like Jake's here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you can just hear it. I'm
You
sure
don't
there are
just
times.
come to the party. You bring tequila to the party.
Tequila for real,
And
though.
Renee's the hippie, and Andrea's the jerk. No,
Oh,
I'm
yep,
just
I
joking.
am
What?
the jerk.
No,
You're a jerk.
Andrea, you're like the happiest person. That like
Sunshine and
she's like
flowers.
sunshine. Like,
I can see
all
her
the
being
time.
like, and I mean this in a good way, like the like upstanding Christian girl.
Yes,
I
you
can
are
see
correct.
I can see that stereotype, and I really don't mean anything negative with that because I
Yeah,
think
well,
it's really
thank
cute
you.
and adorable and wonderful.
But she's.
But I
you're
can
just
see
so
that being like
happy.
if you had to fit a stereotype,
Not like
I
the
don't know.
mean Christian girl, but the nice
No,
Christian
no,
girl?
the upstanding, like really sweet, the
Okay.
one that everyone loves.
Oh.
Not the one that they play in the movies. Not the one they portray in the movies. That's not good.
Not from, what is the one with...
Easy A.
Easy A. Oh my
I
gosh.
knew you were gonna
wanted
say
to
that.
kill her so bad.
Amanda
Amanda
Bynes.
Bynes was so hot in that movie. Like, it was totally, I
man.
was fine with it. Like, I'll let it go. And what's her face? Emma Stone's friend, whatever her name is.
Oh, I thought Emma Stone looked good in that
Yeah,
movie.
she's
Emma Stone
beautiful.
looked good. Emma Stone looked good.
I like that.
There's
hair
a lot of
color.
good-looking girls in that movie.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Oh, and the
Funny.
oh my god, the
What?
guy, the woodchuck, the mascot.
Oh my
Dang.
gosh.
Oh,
I
I don't
can't really
remember
say
any of the-
anything.
I've only
but,
seen it
you know,
once.
It's such a
yeah.
good movie.
there's so many beautiful people.
Check
Wait,
that movie
you
out.
just being all the whole time.
stereotype.
I just love your laugh, and I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
have like the
You
best
guys-
laugh. It's like
It's coming out. Don't hide it from the mic.
That is true. Like when I.
Don't toot your horn or
I
anything.
know. But sometimes I like to get a little clap in to
Yeah.
really get something. I don't know. I just lose it when
Was it last week when you were imitating your roommate and Luke's just sitting here with his hands.
I don't know what just
I don't
happened.
think anyone understood a word I said,
okay, I have
but
this-
y'all know what I'm talking
I have a
about.
roommate, Jeff. I love you, buddy. But occasionally, he will stand in the room and his hands will creep up. Like, you know, Ricky Bobby when he's giving an interview, his hands will just be like up doing weird poses. And you'll just look at him and be like, Jeff, what are you doing? Nothing, man. What are your hands doing? You just look at him and just put him down by his side all calmly. It's just like, it trips me out.
When Jake was yelling about something, I just started going.
So,
Was this I feel like this was last Friday.
Yeah, or something.
With the
Yeah,
Friday
it was-
crew.
it was post- it was
We're the
post-
everyday crew, though, let's be
honest. True that, SGTV,
Oh,
shout out to us. Alright, so, I think that's
I
this
guess
week,
on
right?
that note, yeah.
I feel like we have more fun making this
note.
for people to be
Yeah.
listening.
Alright,
but-
so, for the SGTV Conversations podcast, check out Corey on news, Andrea on news, Renee's running the whole dang station, Luke on Talk of the Town, and check me out with my short films and my show, Gamecocks to the Movies. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Ow!